Hey guys, Mighty Flame here, coming back at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We got quite a good one for you today. We are going to go over the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Nic. Sir Nic is a Void legendary in the Sacred Order with one of the best looking swords in the game, I reckon. This sword is absolutely amazing. Now, what can this champion do? This champion, if you're not sure who he is or haven't come across him yet, or you have him and you're not sure how to gear him out, go over his quick kit real quick. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a freeze debuff for one turn. This debuff cannot be resisted. Now this is really, really important. What this means is that you don't need accuracy. So, like the Sifi debuff on an A1 where it cannot be resisted, this is the same. So if this 50% chance procs, then they're going to freeze. They can't resist it. It's never going to hit weak or anything like that because he is Void. And yeah, only one enemy, but you can target people out. That's not what he's known for though. He's known for his A2 and his A3. So we're going to go over his A2 next. Attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of this shield is equal to 30% of the damage inflicted. Now this is an absolute beast of a shield. Everyone talks about Miscreated Monster and Spider and the amount of shields that he can put up. This guy can put up just as much, if not bigger. Absolutely fantastic way to protect your team. And of course his A3 places an unkillable buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Now this is really important if you're looking to run one of the unkillable comps for Ultra Nightmare. And of course he's got the increased ally HP in all battles by 33%. Now this champion, you can gear him out a couple of ways. You can either gear him out to be nothing but a tank and just survive and then work off his A3 and a little bit off his A2. Or you can build him out to be an absolute nuker. This guy can hit like a truck. And you're going to see that today. I've got mine built out to deal insane damage and massive survivability. Now, the best thing about this guy is that he's actually a HP champion. So if we look at his HP, it's 22,800. So it makes it really, really easy to get him up into those higher brackets of HP pools. So, and all of his skills are all damaged off HP as well. So we want to get this guy, that doesn't hit anyone, but we want to get this guy upwards of the 90 to 100k mark, which makes this hit even harder as well, giving you bigger shields. So when we look at this, let's just pull mine up. This is my Sir Nic here. So when we take a look at him and the way I've got him geared out, so I've got him at 90,000 HP. I could push that up even higher if I wanted to, but I found that 90k market is really where you want to be sitting. 174 speed. Now you'll see when I go over the gear as to why that's so low. But for all content and even in Gold 4, 174 speed is just fine. Now, one of the weak parts to this build is the fact that it's only 96% crit rate. I would like this at 100, but you'll see that proc today as well. Crit damage. Now, this here is with a high percentage crit rate is what's going to really boost that shield up. And you'll see in spiders, dungeons, all that sort of stuff, with the right setup, this guy can absolutely protect your team 100%. So let's go over the Masteries. So this is the Masteries that I've got on him at the moment. Now, we'll go over why I went support tree. But first off, we want to go down the offense tree. So we want to get that crit rate, we want to get that crit damage, and we want to be dealing more damage to targets with less than 40 HP. Because his speed is so slow, there's a chance that people are already going to be down in HP, so when he's hitting them, he's going to be hitting them harder. Increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. You know, when you're going down the offensive tree, you're always going to want to pick something like this up, especially in stage 20 and dungeons and faction wars and clan boss. All the champions there have higher max HP than what you have. So I went down to War Master. Now the reason behind this is because I was actually testing him out for clan boss for one of the Ultra Nightmare Unkillable comps. What I should do is actually change it over to the Helm Smasher. Now the Helm Smasher will actually allow him to do a lot more damage, but I've never seen a reason to use that just yet. If I feel that his damage is lacking, then I'll reset his masteries and we'll go here. So this part here I actually stuffed up. I should have taken the HP here, because when I actually did the masteries for him, I forgot about the fact that his A1 is unresistible. So, but you want to go down the support tree. You want to be taking the max HP. You want to be taking the increases, the shield buff as well by 5%. So while he's hitting harder and applying that shield, it takes up to 35% instead of 30%. So makes it even bigger. And also, Healing Savior increases the amount of healing and the value of shield buffs placed by this champion by 10% if the target ally has 40% HP or less. So if any of your champions are down in HP and is using this ability, the shield ability, then he can certainly come out and really protect them. So, and then I ended up coming down here. This one you don't need, but I wanted Evil Eye for that turn meter reduction. That's really good for Gold 4 Arena. And then Sniper. So I only took this one because I had really no other options that I could have taken. This doesn't help any of his abilities, and neither does Master Hexer because it doesn't increase the duration of freeze. So that one was just there just to get the red dot off him, basically. But if I was to respec him now with his masteries, I'd take the HP, the shield. I'd take the Healing Savior. I'd still make my way over to Evil Eye, because Evil Eye is still really, really strong. You could even, depending on what type of gear you've got on him, you could even take Laura Steel. Laura Steel is really good. This one here is not too bad. It's possible to extend the shield and the continuous heal, but overall it's not that much. Increases the amount of healing and the value of shield buffs placed by this champion by 15%. If the target ally has stun, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze debuffs. So you could probably get this one. It's very situational though. So yeah, pretty much the only thing I'd change in here is I'd probably get Laura Steel for if I ever changed out his gear. So just keep that in mind, guys. You don't need accuracy on Sir Nic. Sir Nic has, the only debuff he has is unresistible. So don't worry about accuracy on him. It makes it a lot easier to gear him. So let's go over the gear that I've got on him now, just give you guys a look. So I have placed a few glyphs on him. I actually did all these today. Just boosting his speed and HP a bit there. Crit rate is really good. Speed and HP, of course. Speed, crit rate, a little bit of defense. And then I ended up, this glove is actually really, really good. As you can see, a 6-star legendary crit damage piece, double roll on crit rate, attack doesn't really matter, accuracy doesn't matter, but it was more about the crit damage and the crit rate. So, chestplate, HP, and the reason why he's so slow is because I've actually got a 6-star HP boot on him with 20% or 2 rolls in crit rate. This here is a fantastic piece to get that crit rate up. Banner, I just went HP and speed. If I have a better banner for him. Yeah, see, if that was 16, I'd probably put that on him because that's got more speed. But yeah, and then of course crit damage on the amulet. Because we're up so high with the crit rate, we want as much crit damage as possible. And then HP ring with HP rolls. So you really want to be boosting that HP any chance you get. Once you've got the speed and the crit rate, crit damage up, HP is your next target. So let's go show him in campaign. So he can be a campaign farmer. He won't be super quick, but he can do it. So just run that. So just on auto, as you can see, 70,000, 55,000. This guy hits it like an absolute truck. So with only the one AoE ability, it will take a while for him to cycle through, but 65,000 there. So he should have his A2. Yeah, there it is there. So, I mean, a 30-second farmer, that's not too bad. If you're seriously lacking on a campaign farmer, he's certainly a fantastic option to have. But let's take him in and show you what he can really do. So I like using him in Ice Golem. The reason behind that is because of the fact that I don't have a block revive apart from Xavier, but Xavier's the wrong affinity for this dungeon. So one of the teams that I used to run was actually this one. Now, I could take these out and throw a whole heap of rares or epics in to show you, but we don't want the video to go too long, so we're going to leave it like this. I'm going to show you what sort of damage he can put out as a support champion for your team. So not only is he bringing the shields and the unkillables, but he's also dealing the damage. So we're going to boost. We're going to throw out some stuns. Draco Moth's going to place that decrease and weaken up. So this is going to make everything hit a million times harder. So we hit it there. As you can see, 64. And look at these shields, guys. Like, Miss Creator can't put these sorts of shields up. This is insane. We're just going to auto it out from here. So you can imagine the sort of shields that you can place up in the spider's den when there's 10 spiders on the field. Or with decreased defense and weaken up. Now we should almost have that ability back. 75,000 on that Draco Morph at the back. Absolutely fantastic hit there. I think this guy's going to get, yeah, he's going to get his reflector. Oh, there we go, there's the shield. So, just look at all those shields. Nothing's getting through this. As you can see, Draco Morph just tanked that hit with the shield, 60,000. It didn't even dent in that shield. So when we get to the boss, what Sir Nic can do here is, if there's a chance that the boss is going to do the Frigid Vengeance and we've got Unkillable up, naturally you don't die. So makes things a lot easier, makes the run a lot safer. And even with these three champions here, you can see the sort of protection that he's offering. So if you're struggling in Ice Golem, if you're struggling in any part of any dungeon, and you've got Sir Nic, build him out to do damage, get his HP up, get crit rate up. As you can see here, like, didn't even dent his shield. So Draco Moth's going to come back in, and there's a shield again. So these shields here, if this boss did, there we go, Frigid Vengeance, as you can see, no one lost any health. We only just lost some health there on Sir Nic then, and that was on his second attack straight after that. So, you know, when you've got that sort of shieldage happening, it just makes it a completely consistent run. $85,000 on a single target. There we go. So that's the Ice Golem. And if we have a look here, so Sir Nic 1.5 million with Draco Morphu was placed in the poisons and his massive A1s. Pretty much the same. So alright. Let's go check him out in Dragon's Lair. So he's going to do the same sort of thing. Now he's not going to... so by having Sir Nic in the lead here, that's going to boost his HP, doing even more damage as well. So, I believe we might bring Xavier in here for this one, because she is the right affinity for this boss. Yeah, we should be good. Just the way we can speed up the run a little bit quicker. So, once again, we're going to showcase what sort of damage this guy can do. So, I'm going to slow it down here. So, 68, 70k across the board. And then look at the sort of shields that we're putting up here. Nothing's getting through those shields. And Xavier comes through and just see you later. So we're just going to auto it out from here. Now you will notice that when we do get to the dragon boss, that the shields won't be as big, and that's because we haven't got as many targets to deal that damage to apply that shield. So the shields won't be as big on the dragon, but it'll still be decent enough that it's certainly worth still bringing him in for. And of course he's still got that unkillable, the continuous heal. Bad L brings in continuous heals as well, so don't even need Arbiter for this. She's primarily here just for the turn meter boost. So, alright, so we haven't got any decreased defense or weaken, but we're hitting for 26k there. We got a weaken there, and decreased defense has gone up now, so he should be doing his A2 soon. He does his A3 instead. Next turn he'll do his A2. So we'll see what sort of damage we can proc out of that. There it is. So 66,000. As you can see, we're not getting as big of a shield, and that's because there's not as many opponents. So still worthwhile though. And then Xavier comes through and just blows up all the poisons, which is what she's here to do. It's rare cell. Alright, so let's just show him in Finite. Now, Finite, he's not the best because of his single target A1 and single target A2. What he can do is, as usual, so we'll run the exact same team. Xavier's going to be in there, Draco and Bad L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, can we do it? I don't think I've got enough multi-hitters. I might take Bad L out and put in Allure. Where's Allure? There she is. So, Allure just to control the turn meter of the Finite. Okay. So we're just going to let this run through, and you'll see exactly the same thing, guys. You'll see Sir Nic coming through, bang, massive shields on everyone. Xavier coming through and just nuking everyone down. I'm going to save the best for last, the spider den. go, 27,000 on that one without any decreased defense or weaken. So he brings the pain, guys. This guy is an absolute nuker. Keep your team alive. If you can make him fast enough as well, if you can get his speed over 200, 250, you can certainly take him up into high levels of Gold 4. I'll show you. I usually stick to the low end of Gold 4, so I don't really try to push too high or too hard with that. But he can certainly... We're getting some bad RNG with the rotation here, but that's alright. Is he going to go? Come on, Allure. There we go. Very good. So once again, we're not applying too big of a shield because there's only one target. We didn't have decreased defense up there either. But hopefully Allure can just keep that turn meter where it is. And 28,000 without a decreased defense. There's a decreased defense, so we'll see what sort of damage he's going to do now. 63,000. See you later. That's what we're talking about. So Allure should... Ooh. It's unfortunate. So the Finite's going to get a turn now. Because Allure wasn't able to drop her turn meter, that turn meter too quickly. But this will be an easy clear. Especially with Sir Nic placing those unkillables, so no matter how much the Finite drops our HP, we still won't be able to die, so it won't matter. And there we go. Excellent. Okay. Alright, so I'll just show you Spider's Den now. So I'm going to take out Miscreated and put Sir Nic in, and we're going to run this through. I think it's fast enough. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So the reason why we're taking Venus in here instead of Dracomorph is so that because Venus is a Void Lego, she won't have a weak hit, or a possibility of a weak hit. Just creates a little bit more certainty with the run. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got no decreased defense, and we've got barely any spiderlings there. So we're just going to go in and drop a little bit of turn meter there. We're going to reset cooldowns. I'm going to go back out and decrease defense and weaken. Now I could just kill the spider here, but what I might do is just show you what he can do. Okay, so with this many spiderlings, watch the shields, guys. You've seen what Miscreated Monster can do? Boom. Look at those shields. I mean, they're barely even showing their health bars with what the shield capacity is there. Let's get HP burns out. I mean, Venus here would be able to sit here all day taking those hits. Let's just finish this off. Alrighty. Keep that one. So yeah, if you're having troubles in Spider and you've got a Sir Nic, definitely get out there and gear him up. So we'll have a look here at Arena and see if we can pick a fight. We can win. If we're faster, we should be able to take care of this team. So we need that decreased defense and weaken up there to maximize the effect. So we've got to leave Venus in there. I'm going to take Scylla the Drakes out and put Sir Nic in. So speed lead, decreased defense, weaken, nuker and shielder, and then reset turn meter and reset cooldowns. So this is an absolutely broken team if you get it geared right. So what we need to do, we need to get that out there. Warlord does get to go before everyone else, which is good. So taking out all of their abilities. Okay, and then Sir Nic comes in with a slam. Everyone out, 40 to 50k. See you later. So as you can see, guys, he's certainly viable. And of course, faction wars in the Sacred Order crypt. You'll be able to get you to stage 21 and past stage 21 with ease. So let's talk about the amount of books that this guy requires, and if you want to actually deal it out. So 2 on this ability to get it down to a 4-turn cooldown. You certainly want to spend the books here. Increasing the damage on this ability increases the shield, of course. And getting it to a 3-turn cooldown is absolutely amazing. You want that as often as possible. His A1, if you can avoid not booking this out, this one's not really that important. It's only the A2 and A3. Unfortunately, like with most of my champions, it made me book out the A1 before it booked out the other 2. So I had to spend all the books. But when you look at it, it's 4, 8, 10 books. Pretty standard for a Lego. Being a Void Lego, definitely worth the 10 books either way. Alrighty guys, that's my champion guide for the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Nic. Be sure to stick around for more Raid Shadow Legends content and more champion guides coming up. Thank you, and see you later.